Sorry, I was reading something on the screen. I was talking about moderators. I don't go live enough for that. I don't even have the audience for that, which is fine. It's fine. Either way, y'all know I do this in my spare time. Anyway, so well, actually, most of the time when I'm called to do it, but it's a mix of the two. Anyway, so this reading is for Aquarius and Scorpio placement people. Thank you so much for stopping by. If I need to stop the live, I will. But either way, just taking a moment, cleansing the air. So I want to go ahead and start off by saying this video again is for Aquarius and Scorpio placement people. Not everything I say will resonate with you, but based off of faith, we'll go from here. Let alone, okay, so if you've been with me for a while, in one of my pre-recorded videos, I had a book over here to my side. You don't have to look for it. I got a new copy in front of me. But I want to recommend the book. I ended up giving the other one away, and now I have a new one that I'll be gifting to someone that I really care about. I have already read the book. It is amazing. It's called Dissociation Made Simple, a stigma-free guide to embracing your dissociative mind and navigating daily life with exercises and reflections. This book is awesome. I really enjoy it as well because it goes into different cultural aspects of not just a white man in a lab coat, that is paid to offer certain things, offer a medication. And I'm not saying like all white men would do this, but the stereotype of the people who are talked into, told, persuaded, bribed into giving prescriptions to people that, kind of make the mind go left. I mainly say that because I know back in the day I used to be on medication and woof, that shit was awful. It was awful. Thankfully, again, I don't have to take any of that stuff anymore. I'm just down to taking prescribed vitamins because, again, finally I'm able to take those necessary steps into, really and truly taking my life back for what it is and being happy about it. So again, here's the book if you want to like screenshots, X, Y, or Z. I had to get this mailed in from Barnes and Noble. I want to say Nobles so bad. Barnes and Nobles. I got it from Barnes and Nobles. There's no S. There's no S. But anyway, I just wanted to start off with that. There's different exercises in it that would be really beneficial. I know even as a teenager, I used to tell my friends all the time, there's 3 of me in here. Love it. Love it. And just how this broke down certain things, I'm just like, hell yeah. So I know that it's benefited me. I've heard that it also benefits other people. So just a small recommendation. I am not a doctor. I am not a psychiatrist. But if I feel called to share, I will do so. So without further ado, I don't know why my neck started to make weird noises, but I have my water here just in case. Let alone, what else was I going to say for you guys before I start the message? Oh, yes. So today, instead of listening to a whole bunch of things on YouTube, which I normally do because, a lot of my work isn't necessarily mindless, but just keeping the conversation going, keeping the conversation going, keeping the conversation going. And today, I didn't really listen to anything. I mainly listened to one woman, and I think I've told you guys, and I'll keep saying it, and I will keep saying it, that I am now truly focusing on just listening to more artistic things that really resonate with me a lot more. And maybe resonate's not the right term, but it pulls me into alignment with, a certain calling that I know I do have. And in the live, I did make a few comments, and I did not expect to get the support that I got. But it really encouraged me when I was in the live, just being around a creative, talking to a creative. And I know one thing that she kept mentioning. So her name is Vanessa, or one of her handles on TikTok is Vanessa Dom's Life. Hell yeah. So she is an opera singer, a writer, a creative. And as of recently, she is, really going hard with us creatives, as she should, when it comes down to expressing ourselves and finding that creativeness. She kept saying today where, God is the ultimate creator and you are creative. And she didn't necessarily say this part. She said a few other things, but it reminds me, it's just like, again, if you are an image of God and God is the creator, you are creative, you have been given this divinity. And I know I've been on her live like once before, like I want to say a few months ago, and it really hit home, and it really just right there in the chest, where she was talking to someone else and encouraging them. And she mentioned, if you haven't sold yourself out, there is light within you. There is light within you. And of course, there's other people that I followed. There's a Native American woman, I forgot her name, and she has mentioned in other lives before, it wasn't like a shared live or anything, but this woman in particular was talking about, you can't necessarily judge someone who has sold out, because take for instance, it's between really making art and trying to find the best creative brand that you can here or there, and it's between trying to make as much money as you can as soon as you can because your kids are home starving, or you sell out. It could be a contract, it could be certain things under that contract that have the consequences of being sold out. Okay. And it's just, after I was done with that live today with Vanessa, I got really obsessive. All I wanted to think about was my art. All I wanted to think about was certain things that even my friends have been telling me recently, where they're just like, read this, digest how you feel, rewrite what you've wanted to write, and then I'll help you with the edits. And I'm like, okay, cool. And it's like the closer I get to certain breakthroughs, more chaos seems to arise, because not too long after that obsession, it turned to anger when I was finally kind of like by myself a little bit. What really made me angry, and what has been making me angry, is mainly like the ideologies of certain things, not necessarily the people, the ideologies. Maybe you could say spirits to whatever name they're under, but I don't feel it. I just don't feel it. For me, it's the ideology. And another thing on top of what made me angry was the trees. And you're just like, well, why are you mad at trees? I'm not mad at trees. I'm mad about what's happening. It's an owl. Owls be around here. But yeah, that's all when I tell you, like, that shit has been pissing me off. Thank you, owl. I'll hold my anger. I'll hold it. But for me, it's like, so the UN months ago, and this is one thing that wanted, like, when I was like, oh, maybe I could redo the podcast again. I haven't touched that thing. I wanted to reignite it because I was going to be a Sagittarius episode I was going to do. And it was a victory of the UN making people, countries really, accountable for what's going on price-wise, in terms of, we need to fight back against climate change. We need to fight back. Like, if you are not, measuring up to quota, you will be charged. But the thing is, what is it? The people have been trashing the national parks. They're trying to demolish the natural X, Y, or Z. They're trying to do drilling up in Alaska. It's just, I'm not gonna, it made me mad. It really pissed me off because I'm so close to certain mental breakthroughs when it comes down to creativity, the image, the talent, the tool of, just me being one example of the tool that God has given me, Goddess has given me, Mother Earth has given me. My first protest that I ever saw was a tree that was over thousands of years old, and they had to bulldoze it over. They had to knock it over to build, I think, an 11-lane road in California. There's a man, he was up there for like 2 weeks. They had the helicopter and everything. And then, months ago, for the first time in a long time, it wasn't something that you could find on animation. There were, and maybe some of you guys have seen this as well on TikTok, where they're showing pictures of not up near like certain parts of like Washington or California where they have those big trees. No, it was different parts of the United States where communities lived around these giant trees. And I resaw it a few months ago, and it reignited something in me. Hold on. And I've been really pissed off. I've just, the last hour, I think you can see it on my face. Like, I'm really trying to like hold like some of my anger together. Because one day at a time, just fucking one day at a time. Happy holidays. I'm sorry. But again, this was like the message that I really wanted to like give out, because I think with Scorpio and Aquarius placements, there is an obsessiveness. There is an obsession that is forming again. Is it controlled, or is it the example of just focus on love to certain extent? Because deep down inside, the parent told you to stay in your place. The educator, the teacher told you to stay in your place. And now all of that creation that could be going outward, elsewhere, so on and so forth. Will you truly dive all 10 toes into something that may or may not work? Because that creation needs to go somewhere. I mean, good, bad, and different. Success, fail, so on and so forth. But that obsession is forming again. It's been a while. For some of you, you could have been actively in it for a while. But maybe I'm just now feeling. Or refeeling it again. Again, it's just been slow for me. Because there's just... belief is so small. And to have those reserves be pushed out in different ways and regrown again, the vitamins. Just like, what else? What else is going on? So if you have strong Aquarius placements in Draconic astrology, it is pushing you forward into that Gemini energy. If you have strong Scorpio placements, it is pushing you into that Pisces energy. The questions, the unknown, the mystic, the mystery, more, better. But certain things need to be organized. They need to be understood better. The creation in certain things needs to grow again. It's just... happy holidays again. Go ahead and jump on into the sarcastic Scorpio oracle. First card out. Angel numbers. What's up, twin? Look at this card. What up, twin? Angel numbers. Universe is trying to talk to you. 22227. I know that's my number. At any time that I see certain things like add up to 27 or 27 or... my birthday is 9/27. So like 9, or like just 20, like the math. So as soon as I got this deck in particular and I saw this as my first card, I was like, oh shit. This is serious-ish right here. But the 222 on the phone right here, it's the angels. Certain angels are coming down, needing you to understand certain things. 7, yes, is about connections and relationships, because remember, we are not truly separate. We just kind of like, I don't know, some people choose it, some people are ostracized into it, they're outcasted into it. Maybe it's for a moment. Maybe it's a vitamin deficiency. I don't know. As I raise my hand. All right. What else for this tarot deck in particular? We have divine timing. Oh my God. Stop asking. So there's something, what I'm getting intuitively is love. Stop asking, says the universe. I'm sorry. I don't mean to put a halt here. But even the divine timing, look, we got the 7s here in the background. There's certain things that you're not supposed to know right now. We're going to get into it in a second, though, about what this divine timing is. But it feels like love. Some kind of love thing. Or maybe you're going through a lull. Maybe you're going through a plateau. Maybe you haven't, schmeowed in a while. And you're just like, what's going on? We'll get into it. All right. And then the last card we have surrender. Spirit said, give it here. Give it here. Right meow. Okay, I'll bring the cats into it. Oh my God, I did see kind of a bad omen-ish when coming home. But, now that I hear the owl, I think I feel a little bit better. Oh, there's something definitely about love here. We got divine union. Hello. Don't text them. I said what I said. Now, some of you are leaving some motherfuckers in the past, okay? Text who? Text what? Text why? You don't have to tell me twice, sucker. All right. So, okay. I was thinking of something else that made me laugh. I heard it and I'm like, funny. Good backbone. Funny. Anyway, let's go into the angel numbers with the affirmations. What do we need to know? What are the angel numbers trying to tell you? What's the universe trying to tell you? That it says, I deserve good things. For the first affirmation card. I deserve good things. All right, Scorpio, Aquarius, individual, placement person. All right. Divine timing. Oh my God, stop asking. Wow. Per. Okay, damage. So what's this divine timing? My existence pays for itself. My life is a series of lucky breaks and divine timing. Divine timing again in the car. What the fuck it is? What the fuck it is? She. If there's like a cross watcher or somebody who's like cross listening in on this reading who doesn't necessarily have these placements, I think the divine timing part is very much like they're not supposed to know. Like, okay, all right, whatever you say then. I don't know who comes into my readings, who doesn't. Because there's some profiles, understandably, that have privated, their accounts. So I can't really see who sees and who doesn't see. I get it. You keep your privacy. As you should. If you don't feel like sharing, don't do it. Anyway. Surrender. Spirit said, give it here. Okay. I don't chase, I attract. The circles around me empower me. Some of you haven't been around your friends in a minute, or maybe it's been a few days. And it's just like, you turn into a goblin. I don't know. The bottom of the deck. The universe bends to my desires. Nothing is out of reach for me. Okay. Okay. we'll use the cats for the middle one, but for now I think the clarifiers for angel numbers, universe is trying to talk to you. You deserve good things. All right, here we go. It says many loves. Okay. This is definitely your community, your friends, your family. Or being separate for a time, like really finding different ways to separate yourselves from the many loves. Ask for help. Don't be a jerk to yourself. So that's one group for you guys. For the other group, it says ask for help. Don't be a jerk to yourself. You have many loves around you. So if this is depression or feeling like you're in an intellectual or emotional stuck or stagnant phase, ask for help. Why do I feel like my head hurt with that one? Oh my God. It was just a quick thunk. Like, ow. Jerk. Okay. The ghosties have been acting up, here and there. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was just sitting around, and then I heard like certain tunk when I was at work today. Turned to my coworker, and I was just like, "Was that the so and so and so and so was at the table?" She's like, "Well, I didn't do anything." Tunk, jerk, leave my brain alone. What's going? Do I need to put on a hat? Is that what's going on? Too intense right now. Wait, pause. Tunk. Two scrunchies. Okay. I do not even know, understand, remember when I am wearing like my other scrunchie. It's just like la da da da. If you're just like, are you sure you don't have ADHD? I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. Much better. So my head can stop trying to do whatever. It's the same flower hat that I have. I'm a minimalist most of the time with some of my clothes. Sometimes. I said sometimes. Okay. Don't hold me to it. I'm eligible to change my mind. All right. Eligible. What you buying? What you subscribing to? Nothing. That I know of anyway. Well, yoga. I subscribe to some yoga stuff. Anyway. Ask for help. Don't be a jerk to yourself. What else is here? You have many loves. Okay, so there could be like an intervention going on. The solar plex, excuse me, may be diminished at this time. This is something that you need to work on coming up. So we have indulgence, intoxication, medicine, hedonism. Kabam. Kablam. So it's either an intervention for someone you know, or there's just different interventions that could be partaking. Or, of course, it's the holidays. Might be drinking a little bit more, smoking a little bit more. Yeah, the word that's poking out right now primarily is hedonism, but also like intervention. So it's like one or the other. So it's a good balance of, truly feeling self-pleasure. And then for the other end, it's just like, the grotesqueness of losing control. The lines completely blurred, so on and so forth. There's something about that there. Go ahead, calm it down. Go ahead and take that tea break. If I gotta be the one to tell you, go ahead and take the tea break. Go ahead and tap out. Get an amethyst. It helps. What is it? This is amethyst is known as like the sobriety stone. Just putting it out there. Okay. I know back in the day when I used to smoke cigarettes, I used to get like a couple of amethysts and I would like put it around like the house that I was living in. Me and my partner at the time, stressed. Servers, food industry. Oh my God. bringing this up to some of the people around me, where I used to have a crying wall. A crying wall. I used to have a crying wall. I have a Cancer moon. Are we all about that? I'd be all about that shit. I ain't scared to be known as a crybaby. I ain't scared. Anyway, because it was just so bad. It was so bad. I was the only server one time. We also didn't have a busser. We also didn't have a dishwasher. I was the one taking the phone calls, taking people's orders, serving orders. If you're in the food industry, you know. I did all of it. I would be in the back sometimes. They would have to come get me because I'd be like cigarette in hand, tears out my face. I had a pixie cut back then. Just drawing on the wall because they let me because it's my crying wall. I was just like, let me just draw flowers. I was going through it. But anyway, they'd be like, hey, your table wants to check out. I'd be like, okay, I'll be right there. I ain't scared, I ain't afraid. Tell the truth about the past. Oh my god, that shit was awful. Anyway, if you were a server, you've been in the food industry, you know. It was $2 an hour, $3 an hour. I was making them tips though, as best as I could. Hated everything about it. No, anyway, my soul is stuck there. Anyway, I'm just putting it out there. Oh man, if you're a server, my heart goes out to you and your feet. Get a foot massage if you don't like your feet being touched. I understand. But get off your feet. Your ankles. What, Aquarius placement. It's your ankles. But I love serving. I love doing this. I love doing that. Yeah, but them cigarette breaks just aren't enough. Sometimes you just gotta get off your feet. All right. Anyway. Sorry, the spirits past came back. It's just, getting hot all of a sudden. Anyway. Okay. We're back. We're not back there anymore. We're not back there anymore. Oh, guys. All right. Here we go. So I told you this next little group, Divine Timing, it says, I love you. Some love going around. All right. So my existence pays for itself. My life is a series of lucky breaks and divine timing. All right. My hair be wilding already. It's trying to be like, let me out of this hat. Not right meow. Oh, I said I was going to get the cats. Correct. So we have free, protected. That's going to mean something for some of you guys. I don't know what for, but free and protected. Some of you could have left a bad relationship. For some reason, I'm getting that can also extend into friendships. Look, Scorpio energy, Scorpio placements. Uranus was right across from you. Friendships are going to fall apart. Relationships are going to fall apart. And if that's not the case, it's just been the trials and tribulations of getting the fuck out of wherever you were working. Roommates, family. Anyway, my life is a series of lucky breaks and divine timing. My existence pays for itself. We have the Tower. Epiphanies, thoughts. Yeah, there's some kind of secrecy here with the Tower energy. It doesn't necessarily want whoever is like cross-watching to like know what's going on. Okay, let me just try to pull a few more cards and then I'll leave this energy alone. Whether this is temporary, long-term, some of this for some of you is temporary. If you feel it, you feel it. If it's long-term, you're going to feel it when you feel it. Okay. From when I'm saying it, okay? And that's going to give you certain ideas of like X, Y, or Z. Oh! Seven of Swords. Self-sabotage. Self-sabotage. Okay. So, you see how these mice are keeping this cat accountable? Or something gets caught. Someone doesn't see something coming. I'm not really saying it's you or the other person or whomsoever. This is just the message as it is. It's something about a lucky break and divine timing. I've said it before, I'll say it again. The bus can be late. The train can be late. The plane can be late. Your ride to some certain extents can be late. You can't be late. Okay, that's kind of what it's giving. And to each divine time in their own, my friend. To each divine time in their own. All right, last card for this. We have Six of Pentacles. Look at that. He making them muffins. Give him a raise. Anyway, I mean, he's hard at work. Making it from scratch. Got a hat and everything. All right. So when it comes down to this Six of Pentacles energy, I don't know. There's something about cooking, baking here, but you know, it's the holidays, of course. So I feel like some of you, like, you're really going to get into the cooking. You're really going to get into the baking. For some of you, it's a secret talent of yours. I'm not trying to put any type of like message out there for anybody. I'm just being silly, mainly. But I feel like that's how some of you guys might be. You're just like, yeah. How you like them apples? Oh, you like them? Yeah. Tell you what, it's such Aquarius. You're like, you like it? Oh, yeah. You know, it was fine. It's nothing. It's, you know, been making it for like 5 days. It's fine. You know, been making it a surprise for you. Don't even worry about it. It's fine. But so some of you might be, you know, showing off your cooking skills coming up. They're going to be like, oh, wow. This is amazing. Did you put your foot in it? You're like, maybe. And deep down inside, you know, the Aquarius placement is just like, yes, and then I'll make it for this, and I'll make it for this. Oh, wait, no, am I telling too much of your business? I'm sorry. Let me get... Bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Cups. All right, the Three of Wands. So loving the space you're in, so on and so forth. Something about 3. It could be something mechanical. Doesn't have to be. Mechanical also in thought, because I'm also looking at these swords right here. So it's something about daring. It's something about thought, or it's something mechanical. Okay. So next we have surrender. Spirit said, give it here. The circles around me empower me. Empower me. I don't chase, I attract. What a do, babaloo. Okay. And something about how the universe is going to bend for you. You know what just popped into my song? You know what just popped into my head? A song by Glorilla. I've been listening to a lot of her recently. Glorilla, and I've been listening to a lot of Megan Thee Stallion. So, but one song that I love by Glorilla is Don't Deserve. If that could be an anthem for every single time a woman, you know, lashes out at me to a certain degree. They can be a friend or whatever, but because of a man, because of some dude, I wish I could just like play. It's just, I'd be pissing people the fuck off when it comes down to, it's just like, oh, you want to make me feel some type of way? Oh, Let me start dancing. That happened a few weeks ago. About like 2 or 3. Motherfucker was truly trying to like run me off the road. And then I was just like, well, let me turn up the music. Let me start dancing. Got pissed the fuck off. You're trying to run me off the road. I don't get it. Whatever. My face. I knew he was mad. Go ahead, try to run me off the road with all these cars around. Shoulders. My eyes are still on the road. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry. Let me brake a little bit. I don't know what kicks in. It's definitely the Aquarius that starts to kick in. And then that pettiness of the Scorpio is just like, well, if I die live this way, maybe, you know, what is it? That one girl who was saying or asking her grandmother where it's just like, why do you dress up so much like when you go out? And apparently it's Scorpio energy. Apparently the grandmother replied being like, so if I die, you know, I'm gonna look glamorous. Shoulders. You trying to chase me on the road? The fuck is wrong with you? Mother. Let me focus. I'm sorry. Surrender. Spirit said, give it here. I don't chase it. The circles around me empower me. Look, we got self-care. Love yourself first. I don't even think I put the heater on. It's hot. And then we have highly favored. I think it was like 60 something today. Memphis. It goes from like 20 one day to like 60 the next. Fucking bipolar ass city. It's always been like this. Always. And then like the stormy wintertime normally comes in like February, March. But anyway. We have detox, rethink. Okay. Detox, rethink. I attract. You're attracting detox. You're attracting this time of rethinking, self-sabotage, of baking, of the tower. I'm not sure. We have upgrades. What popped into my head was grades. So some of you, it's time to get back to schooling. It's time for you to catch up where you need to, where you should, so on and so forth. I'm just shaking my head because like the dreams that I've been having recently, and they're just, the one I had last night was just like going to school. I thought I was late. I was like, oh no, I'm late for English. The professor was pissed because nobody was showing up to class. But that was in the dream state, you know. Dear God, don't put me back in another English class. Because when you go to university, when you go to college, like, you're literally at the beck and call and whim of the English teacher. Like, if you don't write the way they want you to write, how they want you to annotate certain things, like, to the T, you ain't passing. I was grateful to just get out with the C. I was just like, I'm done. I'm done with you. I've taken creative writing for years. It's just like, nope, you still have to answer it this way. Oh God, just stylish, you know. Yeah, when it comes down to the English teacher, stylish. But maybe that's why I also told all the kids to write. I was just like, no, you're gonna write. We're just gonna worry about punctuation when you're done. Anyway. Grammar, so on and so forth. Throw us all in the fire. Just kidding. Don't do that. No, I rebuke. Anyway, I'm just talking. Here we go. Chase, attract. So there's also like this war going on within you between chasing and attracting. Okay. All right. Good to know. Good to know. And how you manifest, something like that. Manifesting space and energy, or something of the two. I'm not sure. I hear sirens in the background. Oh, okay. So if you had a question out there, the answer is no. I don't know what that no would be about, but you know what I'm also getting within this reading? Silly Goose Chronicles. Okay. You're in that era. You're walking into that era. Look, I mean, the year's almost over. Might as well. Might as well. It'll make things super light around you. That's what I'm talking about. Purr. That's all I got for you. Purr. Because I don't really get on to people for being melodramatic, because then I would have to get on to myself for being melodramatic, and why the fuck would I do that? When it is literally a part of me, a part of the image that God has given me, why would I do it? But normally, as of the last few months, like normally when situations like that have been coming up, my immediate reaction, purr. And then people are just like, what are you doing? What? It's either it works or it doesn't. Look, with this nope energy. Call your power, attention back to you, negative energy repel. I keep hearing these sirens in the background. Anyway, I'm about to end the reading soon, just a few more cards. Thank you again for stopping by. Is this like the 3rd or 4th time that I've said it? I'll say it again later on. We have spiritual court. We hear the sirens now. What the fuck is this? Cats. No, I'm pulling the cats. We also have sleep. Something about the spiritual court and sleep. If you have court dates, do not miss that court date because you forgot to set your alarm. Set your alarm. Go ahead. Set the alarm. For some of you, you might be in spiritual court or like court in general. I just don't like talking about the 3D court. It's too hard on my soul. Okay, can't do it. I don't like it. Why? I didn't do anything bad. I didn't do anything. Honest to God, hand on my heart, I didn't do shit. But I saw the 10 of Swords for a second in here. So for some of you, it's serious when it comes down to this court situation. Notification on my end. There are going to be updates in terms of different proceedings moving forward. Again, highly favored, but you do need to love yourself first, take some self-care. You know, if you're a woman, needing to be in the bath a little bit longer, going to a bathhouse or something, or just what I'm getting is water. You know, remember that Scorpio energy. You need to immerse yourself in some water for some of you. There's something about detox here as well. Detox wine. For some of you, you've been drinking too much wine. I don't know, to each their own with that message. You could be then pointing the finger where it's just like someone's drinking too much beer or whiskey or something like that. Those are the 3 drinks that are coming to mind. Okay. All right, cats, tell me more about the spiritual court. Be careful with the self-sabotage. Okay. Queen of Wands. So either you're the Queen of Wands or you're in court due to a Queen of Wands. Something about mice. I know it's in the cards, but it's something about mice here. We have the 2 of Cups. Don't let someone distract you away from this court case, whatever it is. People may want to take you out a little bit, spoil you a little bit. We got the Hermit card energy. You know, Virgos be going a little bit too hard sometimes. I'm not trying to like dig at them or anything. Like this is their exalted season and Capricorn season. But in terms of this Virgo energy, just use some moderation in terms of indulging here or there. But also, again, if you're in a court situation, Virgo energy, regardless of it being a man or a woman, This is potentially something to do with a child, so you could be in court due to a child support case. You know what I got? The money's not worth it. This motherfucker is gonna keep riding this motherfucking bike. I heard the motorcycle outside. But someone's gonna keep riding away like a Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands isn't here, but they're not gonna be able to make enough money. There's something about drug use here. But again, what I'm also getting again is just like, just the money just doesn't seem worth it. It's kind of like $30, $50 for like child support or some shit like that. My hair, it's out. Mixed intuitive messages when looking into the future. Be mindful, be careful. Okay. That was a very quick message. So, Queen of Wands. If you are going to the spiritual court over certain things, you have a lot of bravado. Be mindful of distractions when it comes down to the Two of Cups. This could be love or friendship. It could be a mix of the two. Be mindful, be careful. They're of the flesh. And this is something that's deeply personal for some of you. The Hermit card is going within. Oh my God. What the fuck? Hold on. Whoa. Okay. What's going on with this Hermit card? I don't know. What was that? Hold on. I don't know what the fuck that was. Okay. There's like some tightness in my throat all of a sudden with this Virgo energy. What's with this Virgo energy, cats? Tell me the fucking truth. The Magician in reverse. Six of Swords. There's a Virgo that didn't see long term with you. Okay, so this may be like after the fact, after the case, but in modern day and age, this is what I have observed from toxic Virgo placements. It's something that you need to know ahead of time. But if you're just hearing it for the first time, hello. Virgos in terms of relationships will make it feel like they're putting all of their feelings into something to the point where the other party will feel unearthed, ungrounded. But the thing is, if you don't know and they don't know if they're going to be in it all the way through, they'll leave you empty. They'll leave you desolate. They can really hurt you. I know in high school, there is, or no, this person is still around. I do not favor this particular, it's like a Virgo, like in their top three. This particular Virgo never liked me, which is fine. Goodbye. I'm never around you. It doesn't matter. But in terms of this Virgo placement, other people that I knew and know of at the time and still presently, they would mention how this particular person, when growing up, there's one situation that made me change the trajectory of like how I see Virgo men and dating all the way around. And it's good. It's good that I saw that because it keeps you smart. But there was a story of this person where he really led this woman on, really thinking, and she was pouring her whole heart. I don't really know who this person was. I just heard the story in passing, but I really felt for her. She was putting all of her stuff into it. He was like playing the boyfriend role. And then all of a sudden, just at the toss of a hat, he was just like, oh, I don't want to be in this anymore. That girl was devastated. From what I heard through the grapevine and the story, because I never knew her name, I never seen her, it's just what I know, what I heard. And even the guys around them were just like, well, that's really mean, that's really harsh, why would you do that? And he would just turn and be like, I just got bored. I felt so bad. I was just hearing about it. And a lot of the girls that I also knew who messed with this particular person, I think that's another reason why he never liked me, is because I always saw through him. And I never really let my foot off of the ground. But when it comes down to just different women and girls that involved themselves with him, it's like they always left a little bit more damaged. And again, I knew this ahead of time. Not to say, like, if you're going to court because of a Virgo who manipulated you, really thought that you were going to be with this person, the sun, moon, rising, Venus, so on and so forth. Because look at, he's holding that type of knife. He's cutting everything the way he wants, and then he's going to disregard it. Maybe he'll consume the whole thing. I don't know. But is it that Native American type of knowledge of, like, are you going to use all of the buffalo? Or are you just going to kill all of these buffalo just because you want the majority of these innocent people to starve to death? It's just, if you're interested in a Virgo, what's coming up is that there's a spiritual court situation here. There's something potentially, if you're dating someone, you need to give it as much time as you need for you to really understand and know this person. You don't necessarily just ask this person, oh, what's your past? No, deep dive into this person. What is their past? I don't even think their friends are going to tell you what's going on. But if you feel this, do your research. Do not react fast. Okay, I mean, it's hard to tell a Queen of Wands. Don't react fast. But because normally, when it comes to, especially Aries, which is why I do love Aries women, as soon as they see it, they feel it, boom, it's right there. Very honest. Love that shit. But of course, I was raised by an Aries mom with a Gemini moon, conjunct Uranus. Huzzah! Anyway, I told her back in the day, I was just like, woman, you were crazy back in the day. But the older Aries people get, they calm down quite a bit. Anyway. When it comes down to, I'm not trying to be smirky or anything. Like, if you have issues like going on with your mom, I'm not like doing this to be like all like, ha ha. No, absolutely not. I would never do that. That's cruel. But anyway, I'm just doing this because I'm thinking of mi madre. Hope she's doing well right now. Where is she? None of your business. It's not even my business. Gemini, I told you, Gemini moon. I'm not holding you to nothing. If you want to go, go. And I don't mean that in any type of malicious way. There's none in my heart. Tear me open. See right through me. Okay. Anyway. Again, with this Virgo energy, be mindful, be careful, keep one foot on the ground. And I guess that is a lesson when it comes down to Virgo placements. Are you going to let that foot off of the ground? Because once you let that foot off of the ground, shoom. I hate it with you. I hate it for you if you're just numb to the situation. You're just like, yeah, The Magician card in reverse, this is a toxic version of confidence that's coming through. So much confidence. Like they built this bank off of the love, off of the affirmations, off of the magic for some of you, off of the care, off of the social network group, so on and so forth. And then, ain't gonna lie though, the Virgo placements, with the shmeow. But they really have to like be aligned with their feminine attributes, not just being in their toxic feminine energy. Like they could be sassy, like who the fuck cares? At least I don't. But also I see gender and sex as something that's fluid, but you know, that's a me thing. I've taken psychology twice, and so on and so forth. Gender is the expression of sexuality. This has nothing to do with, I mean, it can have something to do with, oh, but deep down in the bloodline, you know, something probably happened to, you know, the family, the father primarily, so on and so forth. And it's just like, that's not your business. It is up to the individual to live their life as they need to express. But when they don't have that expression, when they don't have the words, when they just have irritability, when they just have, I mean, like all Virgos can be irritated. Everybody can be irritated. It's not just a Virgo thing, even though classified. It's classified a little bit for them. But not to say that it's not misplaced. But in terms of the toxic energy of Virgo energy, especially when it comes down to a man that doesn't necessarily know how to express their sensuality in a way that, you know, really complements their creativity, the creator energy deep down inside. What I'm also getting from this energy is just like mass manipulation. Like ever since a young age, they were just looking at shit that was just kind of like trying to form them into something. This could be a background thing, this could be a cultural thing, but it's something where the toxic feminine energy within this person is mixed too much with this overt toxic masculinity. That's just kind of the energy that I'm getting from this person. There is this distortment when it comes down to the self within a Virgo placement that you could be taking to court, have been taking to court, trying to chase down. It also seems like for some of them, they're just going to be throwing money at the situation because the Magician is in reverse. They don't care. This motherfucker does not care. If you're dealing with Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Virgo of the past, in a love situation, they're not over the ego trip yet. For some of them, they're slowly beginning to understand. Karma's slowly starting to kick in. But the Tower energy also makes me feel like it's supposed to come out of nowhere. You're still supposed to let go. You're still supposed to rebuild yourself. You're still supposed to rebuild your image, your self-confidence, your reputation, and rebuild how you see love, how you see unconditional love. And that's the message, okay? You can love certain things with a limit because there's only 24 hours in a day, so on and so forth, if you catch my drift. But I don't know. We have the Ace of Wands. You will love again. You will love again. This has something to do with creativity as well. If you're in a relationship and you've gone a while without getting the schmeow and the lovey-doveys and everything else in between, with the Ace of Wands here is coming up again. 10 of Pentacles. You might have some time here or there feeling cozy enough, feeling comfortable enough. Don't force nothing. Oh, you want that? Oh. But there's a little bit of a play too hard to get. I don't know. To each their own relationship with that one. Finally able to talk without not a lot of like interruptions from my device, but something was just like, go live now. Like, okay. All right, we have the moon card here. Moon and the 8 of Swords. An air moon or Scorpio moon or Libra moon. That would have something to do with Vedic astrology for some of you. You see? Or maybe if you're a reader, like there's a message in here for you, I'm not sure. But something in terms of getting your justice. But the moon as well is just like you're not supposed to know certain things. The divine timing card said you're not. Stop asking. But Page of Wands for the creatives out there. Along with the Ace of Wands. So you're going from the page to the Ace. There's new beginnings that you have already started. Highly favored. You will have a takeoff time. Yeah, you'll have a takeoff time when Uranus, when Uranus or Neptune goes direct again. Okay, so if things are kind of slow, it's good. It's a good sign. You don't want things to speed up too much, too fast, especially when it comes down to money. You want to be able to see things thoroughly. 8 of Swords, not everyone's supposed to know your business, so on and so forth. With the moon card here, secrecy, but it's also concealment. Okay, this could have something to do with the court case. Something with the spiritual court involving a Libra moon, a Scorpio moon, a Pisces moon, a Virgo moon. Is that it? Or you could have this in your chart, I'm not sure. Or a Gemini moon with the Magician card here. Moon and the Magician in reverse. But I think, I told you a little bit of like what could be going on with some of you guys if you are involved with a shady Virgo. If you're involved with a shady Libra, I think they're just overindulging right now. Yeah, it's making them an asshole. Or you might be calling a Libra moon out soon because they've been a jerk face and they need help. So that might be where this intervention is coming from, towards grammar, basic sentences, so on and so forth. It might be a shock. Somebody is thinking of potentially calling you out. I don't see it ruling out in their favor because you got the highly favored. Okay, so if you're worried about some kind of call out, it just feels like it's going to turn on its head. So don't worry about that. Self-care, love yourself first, surrender. And maybe that's also part of the message to help you surrender into like certain new creative abilities. There is no call out going on right now. If there is a call out going on right now, to whatever extent, you need to chop certain things out for you to digest it into your spirit. But it's overall calling out self-sabotage. You could be calling out self-sabotage in other people with the moon card and this telepathic energy going on. Excuse me. The spirit is only going to allow certain things to be heard. Don't question too much after that. Something about who cares. I don't know. But again, we have sleep. Oh, spirit world. The spirit world's going to be telling you some stuff in your sleep about your community and chosen home, where you should be going for a chosen home. Small victory. Yeah. So I'll keep that private between you and spirit. But oh my God. Thank you so much for stopping by and trusting me with your cards again. Oh my God. It's hot. Like, oh my God, like, I don't know why it's so hot now. Like, it's supposed to be cold. We're in December. But global warming. Okay, I'm gonna get pissed off again. All right, I'm gonna let you guys go. And if you're watching this, I hope you have a great morning, noon, evening, or night. And I will talk to you guys next time. I'll see you on the wave.